Is there a game?
There is another game. This is the third game of the podcast.
Very exciting.
It's called Do I Really Have to Choose?
Telling you can really.
It's really just our way of saying would you rather, but in like in a more serious, depressing but fun, very fun context.
Yes, I feel like.
Are you stoked?
I am very stoked. That's not even a 5. That's...
You are you're much more stoked than I sound.
My smile and my cheeks are hurting from my smile.
Yes, for the audio listeners, her lips are going towards her eyes. just touching them. That's how wide the grin is.
All right, let's play the game. I'm ready.
All right, time to play the game. So now this is just a game, so please don't take offense. Please
Disclaimer.
do. It doesn't really matter. Okay.
We actually insert a disclaimer at the description of like every description box. Why haven't we done that? We may do that if we remember.
That's all right. We're not afraid. Okay. So
we are fearless.
So would you rather pay $400 a week for a shoebox studio close to work?
Oh my god.
Or live with your parents rent-free and commute 90 minutes each way to work?
See, every time I think of shoebox, I think of all those people who live in New York being like, oh, I live in this like so-called shoebox, but my view is great of the Brooklyn Bridge.
You don't have that here.
I don't have that here.
It's an actual shoebox studio.
Well, I have...
You're looking at the UTS building.
That is the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't mind the commute 90 minutes each way because honestly that's probably what I do anyway. So that's nothing. But how about you?
So what was your answer, sorry?
Commute 90 minutes each way.
I'll bear the brunt of that. I just hear all the complaints. So from my perspective, I'd rather she live in the shoebox because I'll hear a lot less. Oh, my commute is so long. This is so painful. I mean, for my mental sanity, I wish you chose option 1.
Fingers crossed not next year. It's just that you didn't specify the location, so I'm assuming I'm commuting from the west.
I'm probably going to also choose the commute option because I like disassociating on public. As long as I'm not driving it.
You make progress on your Kindle.
Yeah, that's right. And I can just disassociate. I can just like live in another universe in my mind.
Oh, well that what?
Yeah, in my commute, I don't have to pay attention.
Different universe.
Yeah, you know when you sit there and you're not really there, you're just kind of your mind is just completely elsewhere.
Oh, that's happened so many times. It's actually oh my god.
So that's why I don't mind the commute. Okay, so would you rather live with 3 strangers in a very nice place but you're paying rent, or live where you are now but you have 0 air conditioning, and we'll make it even tougher.
Wow.
Your access to fans is a lot more limited.
Limited?
Yeah, limited.
What is limited?
You know, just you
like
don't have
per room.
You don't have one in your bedroom.
Oh, okay.
So you can't sleep with a fan or aircon.
Oh, okay. Well, I would live with no aircon and limited fan because I mean, I promise, like, it's not terrible living conditions, but like,
You'd live with 3 strangers.
No, I would live in a place with no aircon and limited fans because, look, I can't live with strangers, dude. Like, I need to live with someone who I know, who's maybe from like my friend circle or with you. I cannot live with strangers because more than likely they're going to piss me off with the way they treat the kitchen and organize things. How about you?
I would love to be able to be cool enough to say I'd live with 3 strangers. But I think in reality, I will probably choose to sleep with no aircon. And it's like one of those like challenge videos you see. Like I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. Like think of all the content you could create.
Like
I sleep with no aircon. Like people go crazy. Like the commercial opportunity.
Well, there's some benefits from commercial opportunity. Are you trying to get me to say that?
I'm just thinking from a content standpoint.
Can I just say, wow, my train of thought went a bit bogus right now. Okay. Yes. Make sure you've cut all of that, Drew. Not all of it, sorry.
Some of it.
Well, you know, the heat is good for your body. It removes all the toxins as well. And if you go to a warm country like Singapore, like that would have really helped adopt. And there goes my agenda. All right, next
No,
one.
we don't prepare for this. I agree. So I think to summarize, heat gets rid of bad toxins, strangers put bad toxins in. Is that right? Is that accurate? Yes, okay.
It could
It
be
could be.
more than likely with the strangers aspect.
Okay. So we're going to be in a situation where you live either 90 minutes away from work or you live somewhere and every day you have to wake up at 6 a.m. no matter what because
Look,
of like an alarm.
I don't want to flex, but I wake up at 5 a.m. every day,
That's like a
excluding Saturday and especially Sundays.
I just passed the ball for you for like a layup, it's just
I'd wake up at 6 a.m. every day, 1 hour sleep in from
okay, I'll
my
leave the,
already wake up. It's all
I'll
good.
leave the frame and you can talk about you can do like a monologue about your
Yes.
productivity.
Yes. Let's talk about setting yourself up for success.
Okay, let's
Yes. How about you, though?
comment below if you want to hear about your success.
Why
Okay.
would you want to listen to me?
I don't mind waking up at 6 a.m. Again, like
It's nice.
you can do like a workout, you can do other things.
Have a slow morning as well,
Yeah,
meditate.
Exactly. Okay, so would you rather share a bathroom with strangers or live
Did you skip
15
one?
Yeah, well, it's too similar, so I thought I'd skip it. So would you
You'll never know.
could be anything. Would you rather share a bathroom with strangers or live 15 minutes away from a washing machine?
I'd wait. How many strangers are we talking about? Like
Maybe-
the three that we're
Maybe
living
maybe
with?
just one.
One stranger.
Just we'll start with one and
Okay.
we'll work up from there if needed.
Is that one stranger like my flatmate, housemate?
Okay, well we'll do two scenarios. One it's where it's a random and two is where it's like a friend, but a friend who you secretly don't think is very clean.
Oh God, you're exposed.
You don't have to name this person. It's just a hypothetical.
No, is there a person? Are there people? I would. Oh, that's hard. Okay, look, since you have given me two scenarios, one with that friend, because I feel like friend to friend, we can really make some hygienic improvements if that's the case. But if it's just sharing with one stranger, is it the same consistent stranger? Is it Jenny walking in every day, or is it like Jenny, Max, Samuel, anyone?
We'll start with just one, Jenny.
Okay, well, that's fine because at least I know it's Jenny using the washing machine. But think about it, you're tired and you have a mountain of laundry, or you have a flight the next week, and then you're like, shoot, I really have to live 15 minutes away. That's effort. And then more than likely, you would have to, from this question, you'd probably have to pay for the washing machine 15 minutes away. But I get the impression that if you're sharing a bathroom with strangers, you're not necessarily paying for it, but that's weird.
No, you're not paying it. Yeah, maybe in rent, but this is rent. This is a
I'd
rent.
go strangers.
This is a rent exclusive question.
Yeah, I'd go strangers because I feel like comparing, like, even with like Jenny, Samuel, that one friend compared to like hundreds of people using that washing machine, that's disgusting.
That might be the most surprising thing you've ever said to me.
I know.
So, how many strangers would there need to be for you to choose the washing machine option?
First of all, I wouldn't go with strangers.
But you just chose them. So how many strangers would you need?
3 is my favorite number, so I'm gonna go 3 max.
Okay, so the fourth, you're like, I will just cop the 15 minutes.
Fourth, you need to walk 15 minutes away. Do not use, out of service. Moving on.
Okay. Would you rather live next to a loud Airbnb or have a barking dog nearby?
Oh, dude. Our neighbors, every time like we get like a new neighbor, because the house next to us is, I believe, under rent. No surprise, there's always a barking dog. So I'm just gonna go with the barking dog because I feel like I can just close the window. Noise canceling headphones exist. I'd do that. If I was next to a loud Airbnb, what are you doing anyway? I thought there were no house parties allowed. Must be a nice Airbnb then.
See, you can just probably report them maybe and cut their service.
That's a lot of effort.
I would probably choose Airbnb because I don't like dogs barking.
I don't like dogs barking.
It's very sad. It could be a sad thing.
It could
be a good thing, but it also could be sad. I don't want to think about the sad part.
But let me tell you a bit of a story time with Fowls. Drew, insert some story-esque music.
Ooh.
Not. Anyways, so there was a dog, and oh, anyways, so I forgot the dog's name, but this person I went to primary and high school with, and he happened to move to the house next door. And I had to ask the sister, I need to ask her what the name of the dog was, but we used to feed the dog some arrowroot biscuits. Absolutely adorable. And then one day that dog, like, eventually day by day, like, he kept digging, like, underneath, there goes my gender again, underneath the fence, and then the hole underneath the fence kept getting bigger and bigger. And I think maybe the dog was just very like, oh, there's a lot of biscuits on the other side of the fence, and one day came running into our backyard because the hole was big enough. I forgot what the name was, but anyways, if I remember the name, it'll be inserted here if I remember. But yes.
Okay, so we'll speed through. We'll speed
now.
through this really quickly.
Yes.
Okay, last one. Would you rather do all house chores in a shared place for reduced rent? You're sharing with friends or strangers, or would you rather pay full rent but no one there cleans up at all? What would you prefer?
I'll do all house chores for reduced rent. Like, I'm pretty, like, quick at doing. If there's multiple chores, I'm pretty quick at doing it, and I'll do them well.
Wow, very, very good of you.
Cleaning and chores are therapeutic generally, and I think you can, if you have a long list of chores, you can really separate that into different days. So you can really, find a way to do them. Yeah. How about you?
Oh,
He's like, chores?
I
What
mean,
are chores?
all chores is a lot, and
The amount of chores that we do.
think about all the time you have to do chores.
You
But then people
can
never
take
clean.
the bins out.
That's true. I'm great at bins.
You can bring the Woolies bags in.
I would pay full rent. I can deal a bit more with uncleanliness than you, I think.
Pay full rent and live with. Yeah. I think that's a very valid response.
It is a valid response. I'll differ from you.
Shout out to the boys, but there was, what Airbnb were you guys at? How many of you were in that Airbnb?
That's like 10.
That's a crazy amount. See, that's a lot of claustrophobic, unhygienic scariness on my end.
Okay.
Anyways, that was fun.
Yes, that was a good game.
Yes.
We did some things. We learned a bit of how we live and how we prefer to live. So I take it you're not going to have any applications open for roommates? No, okay. That sounds about right. So let's pivot.
That's me. Here I am speaking to my cool Kango crew. Shout out to you guys of, renting something out with a harbour view, having a spectacular business idea. Those are the only flatmates. Of course you as well. Okay, next one, Druvish.
Okay, I think you've offended everyone who's not part of that crew.
Sorry. There has to be limitations.